Hey guys, what's up? Zombie here. Welcome back to Evilzombies Lair. This is episode 42, and we got a lot of things to go over, so let's have some fun. So first, we're going to go over some personal stuff, and we're going to talk about multimedia news, movies and TV stuff, what's happening in there. Then the anime recommendation of the week, some tech news, which I thought was pretty nifty, because this happened, and it's pretty cool to me. And then we're going to go over the main topic, which today is going to be mostly about Stan Lee. Because, yeah, he was a great guy, did great things, and I want to talk about it and how it kind of affected me. So, let's jump into it. Okay, so personal updates. What have I been doing? One big thing is I've been upgrading. I got studio lighting. Recently I've been doing a lot of Amazon reviews and things like that, and one of the companies sent me over something in order to review it, to test out the product, to see what I thought of it, gave them an honest review, and I actually love it. It's a big light. It's really big. It's bright. It's on 10% right now. When I turn it on to 100%, it feels like this daylight, like the sun's shining into the room. So I never need to go higher than that. So it's nice. But it's good. So now I have my lamp over there, and I have a studio light over here, and I actually have even lighting for once, which I think is cool. Except this one, the new studio light, is way outdoing the actual lamp. Like by far, that's actually lighting up my room, or my home office kind of room. It's nice. So yeah, if you're listening, I'm pointing in the directions of where the lamps are. Sorry for you who are listening. But yeah, that's one thing. Because if you're listening on the audio, you're not going to see the light, of course. But for those who are watching, it's bright. I like it. It looks better. The video looks better. I'm happy. So that's one cool thing I've been doing. And a friend of mine also gave me a couple extra video cards because the company he was working for was upgrading. So they basically were about to recycle a bunch of video cards and just get rid of them. And he said, "No, wait, I'll take those." So he saved the day. I got a few new video cards. It's nice. He gave me a couple GTX Titan cards. And on top, that's way better than my old GTX 680 card, which had 2 gigs video RAM. These have 6 gigs of video RAM each. And I'm running 2 of them in my machine right now, an SLI, and it's beastly. I mean, I love it. It's way more powerful, so it just feels like I don't need to upgrade anymore. Because everything's just working better. I already had an i7. I already had 32 gigs of RAM. It was just my video card that was pretty much the bottleneck on a lot of things. That's no longer the case. I think it can handle anything now. So that's been something I've been up to. I have been gradually updating my recording setup. Now I also have different microphone setups and everything. I have it set up in a nice way. My wife has a nice karaoke setup with the second interface with the wireless mics that have echo. I have my recording microphone. It's been nice. I've just been getting everything kind of fine-tuned around the desk. So that feels pretty good. I think I have it pretty much how I like it, which is a good feeling. It's a very good feeling. I like feeling like that. Okay. So the next part, I've been doing, of course I've been doing those review videos like I've been talking about. And is that a good thing or a bad thing? I think it's a good thing. I'm liking it. I'm sure I'm getting a few extra pieces of technology in the house. That's cool. But I'm also going to get some of the microphones. I've saved up a couple of the microphones that I've gotten because I'm going to try and donate some to the church when I go over there and visit in the Philippines. So I'm going to try and give some over there. Hopefully they'll enjoy that. And I also have a lot of recording equipment for if I need to do different kind of recording scenarios now. So that is very convenient, very handy. So there's multiple uses and there's lots of silver linings. I like that. But yeah, moving on, guys. Next topic, multimedia news. So the big news, there's 2 big news things that happened today. One of them got completely overshadowed because of a bigger one. First, I want to talk about Smosh. So people at Smosh technically got fired. All of them. Even the owner. But how does this happen, you say? DeFi Media. See, back in 2011, Smosh, basically, Ian and Anthony, the owners of Smosh, the creators of Smosh, sold the name of it for pretty much free, just for stock, to Defy Media. And when they sold it to that, they basically gave up the rights to Smosh, the name of it and all of that, to Defy Media, and they all worked for them, and they got paid through them by doing videos, basically still doing their normal thing that they enjoyed. So it seemed like a good idea at the time. And then Defy started getting a little sketchy, not paying people back, things like that, owing people lots of ad revenue. And it's just been getting kind of worse until like was it 4 days ago, something like that, 5 days ago? They just sent out a notice saying, as of today, we're closed because the marketplace wasn't being friendly with us. And then they just closed, and that was it. Everyone that worked under them, all of the tons of channels that worked under them, everyone is jobless. And Defy had the rights for that, but now, through some kind of voodoo magic, he hasn't explained why or what happened, they basically gave Ian all the rights to the videos again, which is very nice. They gave him access to the server, which is fantastic. So he still has the videos that have not been uploaded yet for Smosh, and they're uploading that, and they're kind of doing it all from home because they don't have any of the recording equipment anymore. Like, the last video they did from an iPhone. And it still looked good because modern phone cameras look very good. They're very convincing. They look good. You don't need to have a red camera in order to have good content. You can do stuff from a phone or webcam. Everything I do, I always do from a Logitech C920 web camera. Either that or from a phone. Well, not that one. This phone. Yes, I still keep all my old devices around. I have an old iPhone in here somewhere that my dad used to have even. With the screen shattered, and I still have it because it works. But yeah. Basically, they're still doing it, and they did an announcement that they're in a transition kind of thing. So we're still going to see stuff from them, which is good because they were a big channel. Wasn't that like 26 million people that are subscribed? I mean, just a ridiculous amount. So we'll see how that goes. Just hoping that they keep going because they're fantastic and I love their videos. Okay, bigger piece of multimedia news that happened. Stan Lee. I'm going to go over this shortly right now because this is going to kind of be the main topic. But Stan Lee died just a couple days ago. I think it was on the 12th. And yeah, that's sad. Everybody's crushed that he died because he played a big part in the multimedia world in general. He did cameos in pretty much everything and became involved in pretty much every project. And everyone loved working with him. And he made such colorful, fun characters that fill up our lives with just hope and joy and things like that as we're growing up. And I don't know, it's just going to be, I hope it's not too different now in the movies and the comics now that he's gone. Or do you think, I don't know if they're going to try and keep things the same as it has been because, like, to honor him kind of, I'm not sure. But that's sad that Stan Lee is now officially gone. If you haven't heard the news, now you've heard it. That's kind of the big thing that's happened in Multimedia Week. I think he's getting more press coverage than Michael Jackson did when he died. Stan Lee was pretty famous. Like, ridiculously so. He's awesome. So he had a pretty full life, but I think he was done because his wife died, I think, last year. So at that point, like, if that happened to me, I wouldn't want to keep fighting, keep pushing, you know. I can't believe he stayed around for so long after his wife died. That would have crushed me. I probably would have just given up at that time. But the guy was strong, he was tough, he was awesome. So, all respect to him. At least now he's with his wife. So, moving on, guys. Anime recommendation of the week. I would recommend, this one, you're probably going to think, why would you watch that? I would recommend Cardcaptor Sakura. I watched that with my wife, and it was good. We enjoyed watching it. It's a good couples anime, I think. Because you can just sit, enjoy yourself, just watch the happy show, and There's no worries, no real dramas. It's good. It was a nice, happy show, and they actually continued it. After so many years, it was like after 20-something years or 30-something years, they continued the show, which is cool. So, because now there's Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card Arc, which is a continuation of the series, basically like the next year, like the next school year or something, where they're now not in elementary school, they're in middle school. And they're all such tiny kids. So, this is like they're little kids on this huge adventure. It's funny. But no, it's a good show. You should watch it. If you haven't seen it, why not? Go watch it. You probably see it on... Oh, where would you see that show? You probably see it on Crunchyroll. They probably have it on Crunchyroll. I think they do. Either way, go watch it. But if you want to see what other shows I've seen, go to myanimelist.net/profile/Evilzombie123. Okay, guys, so moving on to the next thing. Tech news. So, what's the big tech news that happened in life? New phone! If you're watching on the video, I'm holding up the new phone. If you're listening, it's an Asus Zenfone 5Z. And it is freaking fantastic. I have it in a black and orange case right now because big fan of Goku from Dragon Ball Z, so I figured orange. So I was like, why not? And it's a really sturdy little case. I like it. It has a kickstand. But no. The phone, it's freaking beastly. I love the thing. It's way big of an upgrade from going from my old Note 4. It's like trying to upgrade from a Core 2 Duo to an i7. It's a pretty big upgrade. I mean, it's really fast. The Note 4 had a quad-core processor. It was like the first major quad-core processor. Snapdragon 805, I think. And the Zenfone 5Z has a Snapdragon 845, the newest one. It's the same processor that's going to be in the S9, in the Samsung S9 Plus or the Note 9 or the OnePlus 6. It's the same processor as all those great phones. And this one is only $500. Now, the only really drawbacks of that price would be it's not an OLED screen. It's not an AMOLED screen. AMOLED? This one is an LCD screen. But it still looks great. I mean, I have no complaints about the screen. It's bright, it's vibrant. Oh, and it still does facial recognition. Or fingerprint. Which is nice. I like that. The fingerprint actually works really fast. Boop. Unlocked. Even reads my face through my glasses, or when I take off my glasses, it works fine too. I've tried doing different facial expressions. Works great. My wife's tried to unlock it with her face. Doesn't work. No, I gave her the password. She's good. She can get it anytime she wants. I have to still program a face in for her. But still, it's cool. We were testing out how accurate the facial recognition is when she tried to copy my facial expressions. But no, it works good. I think it's secure enough. It's nice. We're having fun with the thing. But one of the things I love the most about this is the camera. Oh, the camera's a beast. I mean, I love the pictures this thing can take. It's ridiculous. I was showing off just a minute ago the features of the unlocking and showing that in the visual. Sorry for you who are listening. No, the camera on this phone, it's a beast. You can do really good low light shots. Like when you take a picture in low light, you just touch the item has the lighting that you, or the item that you want to be lit properly, and it adjusts all the settings for it. And it still comes out really clear. I was surprised. It adjusts all the lighting in the picture based on where you touch, which is very nice. And there's also a pro mode where you can really get into the nitty gritty, adjust the aperture, adjust the shutter speed, all of that. So there's a lot of customization with it. I love the camera. I mean, even on the box it says, "We love photo." That's like their slogan for the phone. It's like, well, thank you. I like that you love photo because me too. And I love having good quality pictures on my day-to-day phone. And everything just works kind of really fast. Everything just loads up. But one thing I can really thank for that probably is the Zen UI. That's what their launcher is called. Like if you're with Apple, they don't really use launchers. They just don't. Samsung has TouchWiz. OnePlus has, Oxygen OS. A lot of different, every company has their own kind of operating system version of Android. This one uses Zen UI, and it actually works pretty well. And it's responsive, it's fast. But the cool thing I've noticed about this that wasn't available in my Note 4 is inside the app drawer, you can do different folders inside the app drawer, which I think is really cool, which allows me to have a completely clean home screen. No icons on my home screen. On the next one over, I can have my widgets, so when I open my phone up, it's clean, it's clear. And then all my apps don't have to be in a gigantic list anymore. I have them organized neatly in the proper folders inside the app drawer, which I think is awesome. I love it. So, yeah, it's cool. And the price of that's only $500. I mean, it's literally half the price that I paid for the Note 4. And like when that came out, it's less than half the price of any of the other major flagship phones. Like, I think the biggest iPhone right now is like retarded $1,400 or something. It's ridiculous. No, who would pay for that? That's ridiculous. And the biggest version of the Samsung, I think, is $1,300 or $1,250. That's still ridiculous. Who would do that? Sure, this has 64 gigabytes internal. You can put a 2 terabyte SD card in there. I don't think they make those yet, but it's ready for that technology when you want. I have a 256 gigabyte SD card in here, and I feel like I have enough memory forever. It's wonderful. Well, yeah, guys, enough phone talk. Let's move on. Main topic, Stan Lee. So, I want to talk a little bit about the impact Stan Lee has had. Kind of like personally on my life, just the impact his creations have had and the heroes that he's made. And what that meant to me growing up, you know? Like, because I'm a person that's always struggled with talking to people, with being social, with fitting in, you know? I'm an introvert, I'm a geek. I do best when I'm in front of a computer, when I'm talking to a webcam, apparently. But I do best when I'm not around people. I even met my wife on Facebook, and we talked on there for a long time before we actually met. Of course, she was in the Philippines, I was in America, so it worked. But I'm best when I'm not with people. I'm not very good with it. I feel shy. But one of the things that gave me confidence, and with not being with people, I probably just didn't have the experience in life with knowing how to make proper decisions or things like that, because I just kind of grew up in a desert, isolated a little bit. Like, literally, I'm not joking with desert when I say that. People ride dirt bikes out, just in the lot right across from me because it was empty. We'd go shooting down by the riverbed. That was just like half a mile away. We owned horses and all that stuff. I lived in a desert. Serious desert. I was isolated from people. But with comics, it kind of brought me up and helped me just kind of build up, I guess not really heroic, like a good moral aspect. Because a lot of people try to do wrong things and try to influence me to do different things, and I just kind of said no because I learned from the comics that certain things are just wrong. You don't do those. That's it. Fine line. And that's just kind of how I grew up knowing it. Like, the first comic I ever had, it was, my school gave it to me on, like, a Captain America, like, it was like on the No Drug Day. But apparently Marvel did a Captain America two-part comic series for Captain America fighting the war on drugs. And I read that when I was like, I don't know, 7 years old. And I don't know, it just kind of really stuck with me. I loved that one. Like Captain America fighting against all the people who are on drugs, trying to get others to do it. And it just stuck with me. It was like, nope, those are wrong. You don't do that. And then I kept reading Captain America comics. Started reading Thor. It's like, oh, you have to fight for those who are less fortunate. Those who are in trouble, you help. These are just kind of the morals that stuck with me throughout life. And it kind of fit in with my understanding of life, going to a Christian school. This is just kind of what I was exposed to, and it was the same message. So when I think of that message, sure I do think of the Bible, but I also think about these heroes in the comics and wanting to also kind of be like them. So with that, I would try and go help out whoever I could back when I was younger. Like I try and go deliver food, things like that. I'm not saying I'm like a great person or anything. No, I'm still a person. Make bad choices, all that. I'm still a person, a human. I'm stupid. But it probably helped me make better choices than I could have in the past. Like, I've never taken drugs. I didn't touch any alcohol until I was like 25. And even then, I don't like actually the feeling of getting drunk completely. I like the buzz when you start to get a buzz, but then I stop. But no, I just didn't do some of these choices. And I didn't go do any major crimes. I've never stolen anything. Don't like to hurt people, things like that. But when I do these things, or when I make the active choice not to do those kind of things, it's just because I remember the work that he put in, like Captain America. He was a great super soldier, always fought to protect the American way. So my dad was a soldier, all my relatives are soldiers. I think the only reason I'm not is probably because of disabilities. They wouldn't take me. I mean, literally, I have too many disabilities, they wouldn't take me. But yeah, it's just growing. That's what kept me in shape. Trying just to be like Hulk and Captain America, super strong. I love to work out because of that. That was a lot of fun. It just kind of shaped my life bit by bit, you know? And it just stuck with me, the moral code, kind of. Like, there's just some things you don't do because you're just not being a good person if you do certain things. And that's about it. I mean, there's lines, and it helped me it helped me build a foundation of what lines never to cross in life and what things are okay, you know? So, I don't know, that's just kind of stuck with me throughout my life. If anything, Stan Lee helped me build up my moral code from a young age, which I think is awesome. The guy's awesome. And it's provided me and my wife great ways to connect because she doesn't like. It's one of the things that we really love to watch together to connect with. The superhero movies. We'll go on a binge watching spree, like for months, just going through the entire series of everything possible Marvel. So we love it. Like every night, watch a different movie, or we'll continue the same movie over the other night. But no, me and her really connect over it. It really brings us together, and we love it. It's one of our biggest joys. Being able to connect with Marvel movies and talk about them and like speculate on what's going to happen. I don't know, are they going to come back to life? Are they not? We love it. I mean, it's just a great way for us to connect, and I'm really thankful that it gives me a great opportunity to really, I don't know, just grow closer with my wife. Every time a new movie comes out, we get to have another one on our list that we can kind of binge watch through and connect with. We enjoy it. It's just one of our kind of favorite things that we love. We love to talk about the foundations of the characters because she hasn't read the comics. Me having read the comics, it gives us even more. I can talk more about the series. But that's one of the things that we get along with because she doesn't play video games. So that's like one of the things we just can't connect with. This one, we can really connect with, and I enjoy it. It's fun. So it's given me good chances at a good life, and I don't know, I have mad respect for Stan Lee and all the things he's made. Because he built up this major industry from the concept of being a hero. And he's helped a lot of people without knowing it. I don't know, he's kind of had a big impact on my life, and I appreciate that. So, there's my little tribute to Stan Lee and what his work meant to me. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this, keep watching other ones, I guess. You can check out the entire series of all the podcasts. If you want to see the other episodes, just go to my YouTube. They're all in there. youtube.com/Evilzombie. See you guys later. Have a good one.